Porsha Williams is returning to her old stomping grounds on the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She is back in familiar territory. Take a look.
This is The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Read the room.
I'm reading the room.
You're not.
You should be ready whenever.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Because you already know it's coming.
Dennis is serving as my executive producer.
Dennis?
Yes.
You think I'm banging Drew?
Yes or no? So who is this hoe?
Britt Edie is her name.
It couldn't go any lower.
She thinks this is okay?
That was Kenya's choice to twirl on down to hell.
I don't think she came back out.
Please welcome Porsha Williams.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm so excited to be back.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so long ago. I feel like I have aged a lot, and but wisdom has come with it.
But that's what I was going to ask you, because you left the show in 2021 after 8 seasons. What brought you back now? Like, what made you leave and now you're back?
Yeah.
Well, I actually took 3 years off. It was 3 years off, and you know, when I decided to leave, that I was turning 40, and I had my daughter, and I said, I want time just for my child. I want time away from the camera. But that's my Pilar. That's my Pilar. She's turning 5. She's turning 6 March 22nd. But I wanted to come back. I had been in talks with the network. I had been in talks with the producers and with my husband at the time, who I was happily married with. And we decided that it would be something good for us to do. You know, I had been doing it for 10 years at that point. So I signed up to do the show again, but life, and things got turned upside down. But in true fashion for me, my life happens on camera, and I'm just transparent, and the cameras were able to follow what so many women in America and men in America have to go through.
Yeah. Well, I speak for all fans of the franchise that we're so excited you're back. And I think it's a great moment. What I love about you, you've navigated so many ups and downs on the show, breakups, the birth of your daughter. And now this season it's focusing on, as you mentioned, your second marriage, you're going through a divorce. What's it like to navigate that in the public eye?
Well, you know, unfortunately for me, in that case, I've done it twice. I was married before, still on the show. When I first started, same intention was to show my beautiful family on the show. And, but in this case, now I'm a different Porsha. I have thicker skin. I trust who I am. I trust the decisions that I'm making for myself and for my child. And if you follow your heart and you live and you move with love, then you don't have to question anything. So even though divorce is a horrible thing, it's like a death in the family, it was something that was right for me to do, and actually it was right for him as well. But the public eye, when that comes in, I just don't pay attention to what people have to say. I'm not one of those people pleasers anymore. I'm a reformed people pleaser. I really used to be a people pleaser.
How did you do that?
Well, it started being a people pleaser and only seeing myself through men's eyes, which led through abuse in my past. Then when I joined the show, I had millions of eyeballs to tell me who I should be or who I am or judge me. And through just time and age and just realizing this is my life experience, it's not gonna be perfect. I've decided to make this choice to share it with the world. And so I stand on business, I stand on who I am, and so now I have a different level of confidence. So no one can tell me who I am. You either agree with me or not, you either like me or not, but I'm here to stay.
But after the divorce, you had to support yourself by becoming an entrepreneur.
Yes.
There are many women out there who were in that situation. A lot of women who become single mothers, etc. What's your advice to these women?
Well, you know,
besides all of the emotional thing that you just talked about, which I think is very important.
Yes. Well, the emotional part is something I had to set aside because I wasn't quite ready to file when I filed, but I had to do what I had to do. But when it comes to being a mother, again, this is the part of how I grew up really fast. I had already matured, but becoming a mother was a different level of wanting to secure her future and my future, her safety and mine as well. So when it comes to financial freedom, that's something I took very serious about 8 years ago. I put a team around myself and made sure that our taxes are paid, everything's in line. You know, I wanted to be on top of things as a woman who didn't want to depend on a man like my first marriage. So I knew coming into this marriage, if it were to end, I had things set up like a prenup that was there to protect me and my assets and his assets for him. And then as far as a business, I already was doing business from Go Naked Hair from when I started with my first husband. But I started Pampered by Porsha sheet line, which has been doing very well. For women out there in America, if you are leaving a marriage, first of all, I applaud you for making a decision for you and doing what's right for you. It's hard to pick yourself when you become one with somebody because you're one. And then all of a sudden, when things are bad, you have to just choose you. So I went into a business that I was passionate about, which is decor and hair, and I'm acting now, so.
And you're doing all the stuff that you would be doing if it was just taking care of you.
That's
Because you
right.
still have to take care of you.
You
when
do.
it comes down to the bottom line.
You do.
You have to come back. There's more to talk about.
Okay, let's
Back.
do it.
Thanks to Porsha Williams. Season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta premieres March 9th on Bravo and streams the next day on Peacock. Peacock.
Peacock.
We'll